Are we witnessing the birth of the next Tesla? Or is the most anticipated electric SUV of the year just too good to be true? It is 2026, and the hype surrounding the Rivian R2 has reached a fever pitch. While other car companies are struggling to keep people interested, Rivian has managed to capture the world's imagination with a vehicle that promises to be rugged, high-tech, and for the first time actually affordable for the average family. I am Nick, and today we are breaking down the 10 reasons why everyone is waiting for the Rivian R2. From its adventure-ready soul to the secret tech hiding under its skin, we're gonna see why this might be the most important car launch of the decade. The number one reason people are lining up for the Rivian R2 is the price tag, $45,000. For years, Rivian was seen as a luxury brand for the wealthy, with their first trucks and SUVs starting well above $70,000. But with the R2, they are finally moving from a niche hobby for the few to a household staple for the many. This $45,000 starting point puts it right at the center of the American car market, making it a direct competitor to the Tesla Model Y. For many buyers, this is the sweet spot. They have been waiting for a chance to own a premium, adventure-focused electric vehicle without the six-figure price tag. But Rivian didn't just slap a lower price on a cheap car. They spent years redesigning every single part to bring costs down without losing the brand's essence. They eliminated miles of wiring and consolidated hundreds of parts into single units to make the vehicle more profitable to build. This focus on efficiency means that even at $45,000, the R2 still feels like a high-end product. People are loving the fact that they don't have to choose between a budget feel and an electric drivetrain. It's an aspirational vehicle that regular people can actually afford to put in their driveway. The second reason people are obsessed with the Rivian R2 is that it keeps the outdoor luxury identity that made the brand famous. Most electric SUVs in this price range look like sleek, aerodynamic jelly beans, but the R2 stays true to the boxy, rugged look of its big brother, the R1S. It is a mid-sized SUV that feels just as comfortable at a mountain trailhead as it does in a suburban carpool lane. Rivian spent years establishing a brand that resonates with people who love the outdoors, and the R2 is the first vehicle that makes that lifestyle accessible to the masses. It isn't just a car, it's an invitation to go explore. What's even more impressive is the range. Despite the lower price, Rivian is targeting 300 miles of range for the R2. In the world of electric vehicles, 300 miles is the magic number that cures range anxiety for most drivers. Whether you are commuting to work or heading out for a weekend camping trip, you have the confidence to know you won't be stranded. This combination of a rugged, adventure-ready design and a very usable 300 miles of range is exactly why Rivian received just under 70,000 reservations within the first 20 hours of unveiling the vehicle. The fourth reason for the massive hype is the cutting-edge technology that Rivian is packing into this smaller frame. The R2 isn't just a cheaper version of their first car. In many ways, it is more advanced. It features a brand new electrical architecture that drastically simplifies the hardware. Rivian's engineers managed to shave off 2.3 miles of wiring compared to their second-generation R1 vehicles. By reducing the physical clutter, they have moved the complexity into the software, which makes the car lighter, more efficient, and easier to build. This simplified hardware allows for a massive leap in computing power. The R2 will be equipped with an in-house developed compute platform that is one of the most powerful in any vehicle today. This system uses 11 cameras and 5 radars to see the world in high definition, delivering 65 megapixels of imagery to the car's brain. This tech isn't just for show. It is the foundation for the next big reason people are waiting: true autonomous driving features. Rivian is promising a roadmap to level 4 self-driving, where the car can eventually drive itself entirely while you sit back and relax. The fifth reason everyone is talking about the Rivian R2 is the promise of universal hands-free driving. As we hit 2026, the dream of a car that handles the commute for you is finally becoming a reality. Rivian is rolling out a system that allows for hands-free driving nearly everywhere. You simply put in the address and the car navigates the journey from point to point. While you still have to stay alert in the front seat for now, Rivian has a clear roadmap to level 4 autonomy. This means the car could eventually drive itself entirely, even traveling empty to go pick up your kids from school. This isn't just a software trick. It is backed by an incredibly powerful hardware suite. The R2 features a dual processor platform delivering 1,600 TOPS of computing power, making it the most powerful inference platform in any vehicle today. Rivian is betting that by building this silicon in-house, they can tailor the processing power exactly to what the vehicle needs, giving owners a better bang for their buck when it comes to performance. People are excited because they aren't just buying a SUV. They are buying into a future where the car handles the boring parts of driving for them. Reason number 6 is something most people don't see, but it's why the R2 can exist at all: vertical integration. Unlike traditional car companies that buy parts from hundreds of different suppliers, Rivian is building almost everything themselves. From the motors to the software and even the silicon chips we just talked about, Rivian owns the entire stack. This gives them a massive structural cost advantage in the long term because they aren't paying a middleman for every single component. For the buyer, this means a more cohesive experience where the hardware and software actually talk to each other perfectly. This integration is also why the R2 is so much simpler to build. By looking at every single part and asking, does this deserve to be on the car? Rivian has consolidated functions that used to require multiple boxes into a single unified unit. This less is more philosophy doesn't just save Rivian money, it makes the vehicle more reliable for the owner. There are fewer parts to break, fewer wires to fray, and a more streamlined architecture that is much easier to service. People love the idea of a car that is smart because it was designed as one single integrated system from the ground up. Reason number 7 why the world is betting on the Rivian R2 is the massive $5.8 billion partnership with the Volkswagen Group. In the car world, this is like a young tech startup getting a gold medal from the industry's biggest veteran. Volkswagen didn't just invest for the fun of it. They are licensing Rivian's software and electrical architecture for their own future vehicles. For anyone who is worried about Rivian being a startup that might not be around in 10 years, this deal is the ultimate proof of life. This partnership means that starting in 2027, every new electric vehicle from the Volkswagen Group will be powered by Rivian's brains. This gives Rivian a huge boost in cash and credibility. People are realizing that if a giant like Volkswagen trusts Rivian's tech to run their entire global fleet, then the R2 is likely built on the most stable and advanced foundation in the business. It takes the risk out of buying from a newer company and turns it into a smart investment in the best technology available. The 8th reason for the hype is that the R2 was designed from day one to be a global superstar. While many American SUVs are too big for the narrow streets of London or Paris, the R2 and its smaller sibling, the R3, were architecturally designed to support both the US and European markets. Rivian isn't just trying to win in California, they are going after the world. This global mindset means the R2 is sized perfectly. It is large enough for a family of 5, but compact enough to actually park in a city garage. People are loving the fact that they are getting a vehicle that feels right-sized. It has all the presence of a rugged truck, but the agility of a mid-sized SUV. By targeting international markets, Rivian is ensuring they have the volume and scale to stay profitable. Buyers are excited to see an American brand that can actually compete with the best of Europe and Asia. The R2 represents a new chapter where Rivian's outdoor luxury identity becomes a common sight from the Rockies to the Alps. Reason number 9 why people are so hyped is that the Rivian R2 isn't coming alone. When Rivian unveiled the R2, they shocked the world by pulling back the curtain on its smaller sibling, the R3, and the high-performance R3X. The R3 is built on the exact same platform as the R2, but it takes the form of a smaller, sporty hatchback that is expected to start under $40,000. This common platform strategy is brilliant because it allows Rivian to offer two completely different styles of vehicles while keeping their manufacturing costs low. For many buyers, the R3 is the retro-inspired, rally-ready EV they never knew they wanted. It embodies everything people love about the Rivian brand, the cool factor, the tech, and the adventure, but in a package that is even more affordable and easier to drive in tight urban spaces. By showing the R3 alongside the R2, Rivian proved they aren't just a one-hit wonder. They are building a full family of vehicles that can fit into any lifestyle or budget. People are lining up for the R2 today, but they are already dreaming about the R3 tomorrow. The 10th and final reason people are rooting for the Rivian R2 is that it represents the moment Rivian finally grows up. For a long time, skeptics wondered if a startup could actually make money building electric cars. The R2 is the answer to that question. It is designed from the very first bolt to be profitable. By using a dramatic reduction in part counts and vertical integration, Rivian is betting that they can sell a $45,000 SUV and actually make a positive margin on every unit. Wall Street and car enthusiasts alike are watching closely because the R2 launch is a make or break moment. If Rivian can successfully ramp up production at their Illinois and Georgia plants, they will transform from a niche luxury brand into a mainstream powerhouse. People love an underdog story. And seeing Rivian take the lessons they learned from the production hell of their first vehicles and apply them to the R2 gives everyone confidence that this company is here to stay. The R2 isn't just a great SUV, it is the vehicle that will define Rivian's legacy for decades to come. So, is the Rivian R2 worth the hype? If you are looking for a vehicle that combines rugged, go-anywhere capability with the most advanced self-driving tech in the world, the answer is a resounding yes. In 2026, we have seen many EVs come and go, but the R2 feels different. It isn't just a car. It is a statement that you don't have to sacrifice style, adventure, or your bank account to go electric. Whether you are one of the 70,000 people who put down a deposit in the first 20 hours or you are just starting to look, the R2 is a vehicle you cannot ignore. It's cheaper, it's smarter, and it's built by a team that is incredibly bullish on the future of driving. Thanks for watching this deep dive on Nick's car review. If you are as excited about the R2 as I am, hit that like button and let me know in the comments. Are you team R2 or waiting for the R3? I'll see you in the next review.